You're welcome, guys. Today we're going to be looking at how to prepare for JAMB 2027 UTM and, of course, score above 250. Now, if you're preparing for JAMB next year and maybe it's your first time or perhaps you're taking the exam, um, this is what you need to listen to and you need to know before you start preparation for the exam. Now, well, you might have seen people score 370, 350, 290 and above in exam in jam, and you're thinking, how did they do it? You understand? It's not as difficult as you think. Now, yet it's a lot of work, but it is not really difficult. You just have to put in the effort and, of course, know what to do. Now, what is this? What are these things? These four steps you need to know. Um, you need to know to prepare very well for JAM 2027. Now, first of all, you need to, the first step is to create a study plan, right? You have to create a study plan. It is very important. You have to create a study plan and timetable, then stick to it. You see, consistency is something, right? A lot of JAM students, a lot of students don't normally lack when it comes to prepare for JAM. Now, a lot of students they just believe, okay, attending JAM lectures, and that's it. You understand? And they just sit and write the exam. That's not how it works. The kind of just study for the exam or read their books. Reading your book when you feel like it is not going to help. You have to create a study plan and, of course, have a timetable. You have to follow, you have to be diligent. If you're reading, just say Monday to Friday, 1 hour a day from 12 to 2, from 12 to 1, or 2 hours from 12 to 2 p.m., you have to stick with that study plan every day, at least. Consistency, you understand, is the key, right? You have to stick to your study plan for 2 months, you understand, and you see the difference to how you get better in answering questions, right? Now, the steps two is also very important. You have to study your JAM for subject and not just jump into past questions. You see, a lot of students they believe, right, studying past questions, right, is the best way to prepare for JAM. Yes, studying past questions help you, but right, but that's after you've actually studied the first subject you are written, right? Now those four subjects, you need to know the syllabus because it's from SS1, SS2, SS3. So if you prepare for nursing, let's say pharmacy, let's say medicine, so you need to know you have to be studying biology, chemistry, physics, and English. You need to study the subject, cover the syllabus for SS1, SS2, SS3, right? And before you now start answering past questions, not just jumping into past questions. You get me? So it's very important you know this. Now the step is you have to practice with jam past questions, right? Now, the first step is what one you create a study plan and a timetable, then stick to it. The second step is that you are actually studying your books. You're reading your biology book, your chemistry, your physics, right? Then the third is that it is after you've actually studied your biology, chemistry, physics, right? That is when you now start answering past questions, not just jumping steps two uh and running into step three, right? So now the fourth step is you need to practice with JAM CBT mock exam, right? You need to answering past read JAM past question is a bit different from practicing like sitting for a read JAM CBT mock. You know, before the JAM exam, right? JAM would normally hold a mock exam for students to actually sit for the exam so that at least they'll get used to the system, how it works. You understand? Before the main exam. So don't forget, right, when you're actually read jam pass, when you're asking jam pass questions, you are not really under much pressure because you are not working on that 2 hours timer to answer 180 questions. But when you are sitting for the jam CBT, you'll be under pressure to work with the time and to finish up. You understand? So you need to know, okay, I mean, you need to, because normally it's like you have 1 minute to answer a question or less than that. So you need to be to put yourself under that pressure, know what you can cover before that 2 hours elapsed. And the more CBT exam you carried out, the more questions you come about, the more you get better in managing your time, right? Because JAM is about time management too. You get me? Because you don't want to end up answering just two subjects for just uh let's say 2 hours, right? So it's really, really important. You get. So now how do you do all of these things? Now the normal route for a lot of students is that when they want to prepare for JAM 2027 UTM is when they want to prepare for JAM is that they will just set off to start attending JAM lectures, right? Which is good. It's not bad, right? But the thing with JAM lectures these days is that a lot of students just go to JAM lectures to for the fun of it, maybe because it's an opportunity to leave the house, all right? They just go there not because they are learning too much there, or they are really learning because it's filled, they are packed in a single classroom filled with 100, 200 students. You can barely hear the tutor teaching. You understand? You learn very little. You get. So and apart from that, the traditional way to actually prepare is that you need to get textbooks, your biology, chemistry, physics, your English, and start reading textbook. And you know how bulky textbooks can be. So what was the best way to actually prepare for your JAM 2027? Now I'm going to be introducing you to our study platform called Past JAM. Now, what does Past JAM help you with? Following this first step. Now we talked about creating the study plan and timetable. Now with Past JAM, you get a study planner, right? You get a study planner to actually plan your studies and to be consistent with it. You can pick the days of the week you would like to study. Let's say Monday you want to study from 2 p.m. for 2 hours, right? Let's say Tuesday you want to do from let's say you want to do from 5 to you want to study for 3 hours, right? Let's say Wednesday you just want to study for an hour from let's say 1 to to for just 1 hour. Now you pick the number of days. Let's say you don't want to study Friday, Saturday, you want to study Sunday. You pick, you understand? Now once you pick the days you want to study for, you just come here and click save plan. Now, once you save plan, you now you've set up a study plan, right? Past Jam study planner helps you to be consistent because right whenever once is let's say on Monday, once is you on Monday you're having a session, study session by 2 p.m. Now, once it's 1:30, right? You get a notification on your phone that you are to you are you're expected to study 2 p.m. That's once it's 1:30. Now, once it's 2 p.m., in case you miss that first notification, you get another notification on your phone that you have to study 2 p.m., right? From 2 p.m. to 4, right? For 2 hours. Now, you get those notifications on those particular days that you've set up to study on your phone. So, this helps you to be consistent, right, with your study because consistency, you don't want to be you study Monday, then the next time you're opening your book or reading anything is on Sunday. You have to be consistent with it. That's how you actually smash your JAMB exam once and for all. Now the next part is you have to study. You know the step two was that you have to study your JAMB four subject. You have to study the four subject now. Now let's say you're preparing for nursing, right? And so you have to study biology, chemistry, physics, and English. So normally, what you would student normally do is that they'll buy biology textbook, chemistry textbook, physics textbook. You understand, and start reading. But the thing with textbook is that it is very bulky, right? It's a lot bulky. Just imagine reading full biology textbook from SS1 to SS3. You're doing the same for chemistry. You're doing the same for physics. How much of the material can you actually retain now, because it's really very bulky and sometimes it's not very easy to understand because actually this textbook was actually written by teachers, right, by professors, right? So it's more favorable for a a teacher to go through it than a student. You understand that prepare for JAM. So Pass JAM does all. Pass JAM provides a study area that you can actually study your uh let's say your biology, your chemistry, your government, economics, mathematics, whatever, physics, use of English, you can study on Pass JAM. You understand? So let's say I want to study let's say chemistry, right? I want to study chemistry. You can see uh all this with- and all the syllables is being covered following the original JAM syllabus for SS1. You can see it right now. Then you can see syllabus for SS2, right? Now you move to three syllables for SS3. You can see right now. So the study area, you just click. Let's say I want to start studying chemistry now, right? I just click OK. Let's say particulate nature of matter, and I just click right. And I want to read. You read. You get me? So you read it. You understand. It's easier to understand than you reading your textbook because here you get the key details, the key things about a particular topic that you would need to know on that particular topic. You understand me? So, for example, now on the chemistry textbook, right, a particular nature of matter one could be 12 to 13 leaves. You understand? Leaflet, like the booklet, right? But here you can see the key points, the key takeaway, right? Key things you need to know on that topic are what has been discussed. You get me? So you can see examples, right? You can see examples. What you need to know, the the key things you would need to know on that particular topic, right? Now after the topic, you can mark as understood, then take um a 10 you take a test, a 10 question test on that particular topic to see. Now these are re-jam questions. You understand? Take a test on that particular topics to see how well you've understood that topic. You understand? You answer the test, then let me just I'm just answering this randomly, right? I'm just showing you how it works. Then you click submit test. You can see then of course you see how many you scored, the total um questions you scored. Now then you get explanations to the questions you got wrong, right? You can see a a property of a mixture is that the correct answer is its component retains their individual identities. Now, why is that? In a mixture, constituents are chemically bounded and thus keeps their original physical and chemical properties, right? Can you see that? So that's you get the full explanations. You get me? Now, if you want to move on to the next topic, if you are very sure you're well grounded on this topic, you want to move on to the next topic, you can move on to the next topic. But if you want to retake another test, you can take it, right? So that's how it works. That's how it works, right? Now, that's how it works for all subjects. For all subjects, let's say uh, let's go to physics, for example. Let's go to physics. You can see we've got all the syllables covered for physics, SS1. You can see the original JAMB syllabus, right? SS2. Are you seeing it? Then SS3, right? So let's say you want to study, you follow it syllabus by syllabus, right? So you study with let's say for example I'm starting with motion, right? You understand? You go through the matter. Don't forget this, like on this motion, right? This is what you need to know on this particular topic. All the things you have to know when it comes to motion on this particular topic. All uh the formulas, the calculations, what you need to know on that particular topic. You can see their examples, right? You can see their examples, their calculations. Are you seeing it? You can see that. You can see example one, two, three. Then of course, once you're done, um, you feel you grounded well on the topic. You can see all the key things you need to know, all the key formulas and all of that, right? Then you take a take question test. You take a take question test, right? You can see it is very, very important just to make, I don't want to make the video too long. So now for the, of course, you can practice with read jam pass questions. Read jam pass questions, because we've got read jam pass questions here. You can see past questions for jam, read jam pass questions for all subjects, right? Let's say physics, right? For all subjects. You can see physics, let's say physics, jam physics 2024. You go through it, you answer the questions, you try to answer the questions first, then once you scroll down to the after the end of the question to the end of the page, you will see the answers and the work solutions. Are you seeing it? You will see the work solutions. Are you seeing it? So that's how it works. Clear and very easy for you to understand. Very, very easy. This is very easy for any student to understand. So it's not like the textbook that's confusing, right? Now, this is for, you can see several years covered. Several years. You can see all the way from 2010 to 2025, right? I think it's even you can see 2024 and 2004 to 2025. We get for all subjects, right? Now the next thing is, of course, we said you have to practice, you have to sit for read JAMB CBT mock exam. Now, past JAMB also offers you mock exam, right? You can pick a full mock exam with the four subjects, right? Or you could pick a single practice mock exam. So let's say my four subjects are biology, chemistry, physics, and of course use of English, right? I just pick them and I say take mock exam. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it now? I'm staring at the questions. You can see chemistry for the questions. You can see use of English. You can see biology. You can see physics. You can see the timer, the 2 hours. And once you're done with the question, you submit. Then, of course, you get your score and the answers and the worked solutions. So it's very, very easy for you to understand. This is a study platform you need to have, you need to work with, you need to use if you are looking to actually pass your jam once and for all. If it's your first time or maybe you're sitting for the exam, it is very, very important. Now you can see what everything you need here is there to actually study plan, study area for all the subjects you're preparing for. You practice to read jam past questions and you practice, you sit for read jam CBT mock exam. And once you finally smart jam and you want to prepare for post UTME, past jam also got you for that. You prepare using the study platform for your post UTME, whether it's Unibed post UTME, Unilag, Uni Abuja, Desu. There are more schools coming in. You get me? So let's say Unibed, you want to prepare for your school, you plan to go for is Uniben, right? You want to prepare for Uniben post UTME. You want Uniben post UTME past questions. You just click and you can see Uniben post UTME past questions. This is for sciences, medicine, and engineering. You can see it all the years there, right? From 2010 down to 2025. You can see for arts and law too, right? So it's very, very it's a very, very um useful platform you should be studying with for your jam, whether it's Unilag, Uniapp. So even after jam, you will still find it very, very important to study with this study platform for your post UTME. So if you're looking to prepare for jam, if you're looking at if you're looking to prepare really very well for jam 2027 UTME and you have a target of scoring uh 250 and above 300, you need to prepare uh, for your jam using past jam, of course. But if you're just a student that you don't mind getting 160, 180, well, you really don't need to prepare that much. But if you're looking to actually smart jam, right, you want to get into that your dream course, let's say engineering, let's say accounting, let's say medicine, pharmacy, whatever it is, and you don't want to write this exam anymore. You want to, if you can give, if you can study with this platform for 2 hours a day, using the study planner consistently and study for 2 hours a day or just 1 hour a day for the next 2, 3 months, you'll be very, very ready for JAM. It would literally be like a walk in the park when you just walk into that hall to write your exam, right? So this is very important, and I want you to, you can of course, okay, about the pricing. Now you get a 5 days free trial to actually test out how the study platform works. 5 days free, no payment made. And after 5 days, all you have to pay is just 1,005 a month. That's all it costs. As simple as what you used to get your core card or data, 1,005 a month for all the resources you've seen there. Mock exams, past questions, study area, um, uh, post UTME, everything you need, right? It's all there. So I hope you found this really useful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Please take your jam really, really seriously, because it is, I mean, think about it. It would be a good thing if you just wrote the exam once and for all, and then you enter your dream university. You don't have to start sitting for jam next year. You don't have to start thinking about buying past questions, buying textbook, attending distraction feed lectures. All you just need literally is pass jam, sit down and study your books for 1 hour or 2 hours, and you are good to go. Now, even if you feel like you're like going to jam lecture, it's still good. You understand me? That when you come back home, you have a study platform that you study with. You get me? It's really, really important. You understand? That's it. So I look forward to seeing you on the next video, and I hope you found this useful. Please don't forget to subscribe, please, to encourage us and to also so that more of our content will come your way. Please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.